Welcome back to Rhythm and Rome with Beneth, Paul, and Trisha, where we discuss our travel adventures and explore cultural differences, similarities, misconceptions, and all the craziness in between. Get ready for a passport knuckle ride. Hey everyone, welcome back. Another episode of Rhythm and Rome. So a couple weeks ago, we were talking about sustainable travel, and in order for that to really occur, governments have to put in policies in place for cleanliness, clean air, clean everything. So we're doing a little bit of a lighter episode. That one was very educational heavy. So this episode, it's a little bit of a lighter feel as we are discussing, in our opinion, let me preface with that, the cleanest and dirtiest cities that we have traveled to. So we each have chosen some clean and dirty cities based on our personal experiences. Yeah, so it should be entertaining as we get to explain why we've chosen
and we
these
can
cities.
hear Trisha typing away.
Lord, I'm not sure why.
You're not sure why we can hear you typing?
Yeah, like that is like
wait,
that's
hold
like
on.
super sensitive.
Trisha was actually typing her clean and dirtiest choices. City choices.
Actually, I wasn't. I was trying to get. I was trying to get a world. I was trying to get a world list. No, I was trying to get a world list, so we had something to go by.
I had that already.
Oh my god, I didn't see that far.
It is down there. Okay, so all right. Well, let's start.
Oh, there it is.
With Trisha, since that was the typing situation. What is? We'll do your cleanest city for.
So the cleanest I had, and I probably should also preface another place, but one of the cleanest cities I've ever been to was Montreal. It was ridiculously pristine.
Okay, Montreal. You know what? When you were, I read Montreal, but I thought Vancouver, and I was like, Vancouver was not clean. Okay, Montreal. Okay, all right.
Montreal, yes, Montreal, Canada. Yeah, and I will say also when I was in Austria.
Yeah,
in particular in Seefeld, it was incredibly clean. Oh my God, it was pristine. And I should say for air, that's probably the case too. If we're going to go to cleanest of the air, also the British Virgin Islands, I was on a boat, so obviously the air was ridiculous.
Well, you were in the water though, so like that's not a city, is it? Or...
No. But I was also there, so I also went on land, and yes, it was.
I'm sorry, that shit was funny.
I mean, but that's what I was thinking. I'm like, but you're in the middle of the ocean, so.
Yeah, but you also had to go on land. Okay. You also had to go on land.
Okay, all right. So, well, Paul, have you been to Montreal?
Of course, yeah.
Do you agree with it being one of the cleaner cities?
You know, I wouldn't say it's one of the cleanest, but it is a clean city. It's not my clean city, but
no, I know.
On to Montreal, Columbus. Scratch that. I was trying to say British Columbia is also a very clean city.
The whole province?
No,
but we're going over cities. There's no city, British Columbia. It's a province in Canada.
Vancouver, sorry. I meant
Vancouver is not clean.
I've been there, and I've been there a couple of times.
You didn't walk through the place where we walked through, and it was like, good Lord, needles everywhere, trash. It was scary as hell.
But you got to remember, every city has one of those type of places, even Montreal. But that's not my favorite clean city. I was just answering the question.
Okay, so on the whole, you thought Vancouver was pretty clean. I would have to disagree with that.
And I would have to say Trisha's favorite. It is clean too as well on a whole. But
it's not necessarily my favorite, but it is clean.
Clean, yeah. No, I get
experience.
You. And
of the cities that this is basically of the cities that we've traveled to. We are saying which is the cleanest. So we're starting with cleanest, obviously.
So the cleanest for Trisha is Montreal.
And that place in Austria, right? As far as like trash goes, because we have categories trash and air, because I feel like they deserve separate categories. So okay,
I can say mine is for cleanest city for me so far is Stockholm, Sweden.
For trash or for air?
Sorry, no, just for the most cleanest. I don't know about air.
What do you mean? That's what I just said. We're doing
air quality.
Oh, air quality.
Yeah.
Anything outside of America has a better air quality.
That is not true. So
wow. Have you traveled?
Yeah. Where? Okay. Mexico City, Seoul. Come on. So you're saying for like as far as like litter and trash, Stockholm, Sweden.
No, Stockholm, Sweden, definitely just for no litter. I mean, I rarely saw litter there.
Yeah.
The air is clean there. It is because of the fact that it is, up in the
The
Baltic,
Arctic Circle.
Scandinavian area and stuff like that too.
Less
as well.
people. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if it's less people, but it is. You could definitely feel the difference in cleanliness as well. So
Gotcha.
I had no issues. I really enjoyed it. Going there too as well. A little expensive, but it's
okay. And then, do you have an air quality one or no?
Yeah, air quality one. It would have to be like down in Barcelona area, like that part of Spain, and the ocean area.
Has the best air? Wow.
I didn't say best.
Well,
It would be
cleanest.
probably
That's
one of
you're
the
supposed to
best
be your top
area.
city.
No, you said so best air. Kind of, it's like because I can say the same thing with the French Riviera, and some people might think it's wrong. I mean,
well, so we're talking about a city that you've been to that you think has the cleanest air of all the cities that you've traveled to. Like, I guess you haven't been in dirty air cities because you would definitely have a clean air city.
No,
if
no,
you
no.
had lived
Exactly.
in a dirty air city.
Well, I have. I've lived in Seoul, Korea. I think the air there stinks.
It's bad there, yeah.
Yeah, and I also obviously Iraq, Dubai, Kuwait.
So what's your clean one then? So you know what clean air is like.
I don't have really a clean. If I have to pick a true clean air city, I would have to say Christchurch, New Zealand.
Yeah, okay.
I would have to agree with you on that one. I've never traveled there, but
love it,
definitely get that vibe.
And I highly recommend folks to do it and drive the whole.
I so want to go to New Zealand. That is on my top of my list.
100%. So now that we got that out of the way, what's yours?
So for me, for the trash, like the litter, the cleanest city is Tokyo that I have traveled to, and which astounds me because we've already said in previous episodes they ain't got no public trash cans. So and if we look at it through our cultural lens, the Japanese take pride in community, in open spaces, and taking care of open spaces where we don't see that so much in other countries. And that's why they will carry their trash with them. That's why there's no litter.
Are you allowed to spit on the street? I'm just curious.
I don't think people do.
I would think you don't.
No, you don't do that.
Are you allowed? Or is that a rule?
I don't know that you're going to get
a rule. It's a rule in Singapore.
Yeah, I don't know that they have a specific law for that, but as if we compare that to my dirtiest city is Kuwait, New York City, and the reason I say Kuwait is because I was there. I happened to be there we were in the city, just like went to dinner and we're like, what the hell is happening?
Kuwaiti city.
They were having this like water gun fight, like everything had to do with water. And we didn't realize it was until later that was their Independence Day. So they were celebrating with water. And I'm like, really? Is this the best plan for
a desert
city in the middle of the desert? But just a complete waste of water. Anyway, and then the entire city was trashed.
I agree.
Plastic water bottles everywhere, and they don't bother to clean that up because they got other people to do that.
And they're very wealthy.
Yeah, so
wealthy country.
The cultural differences there were it's like they don't have the same pride in appearance of their city as the Japanese do for Tokyo, and that was evident. And then I do have to say, New York City for the dirtiest.
We're fighting.
It always smells like urine. Why does it smell like urine every street corner?
I don't know where you're talking about, but
so
it's Newtown, basically Newtown.
There are definitely areas in New York that are definitely more urinated than others. Because I feel the same way about Paris. Because Paris is the same damn thing. The minute you start charging people to go to the restroom,
people shit. I mean, have the dog, and they don't pick up their shit in Paris.
Okay, well, whether it's human or animal, it still is the dirtiest city.
Paris is the dirtiest city?
That's her choice for dirtiest city.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would not have
definitely
said
Paris.
That. I would have
specifically the subway. It smells like urine.
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to bite back on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know which subway.
There are some areas where it's probably more pungent than others, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to bite on that one, Trisha.
And those tourist, you need to go to some tourist areas, brother. You'll find it.
I go there all the time.
Maybe there's not in La Mare or some of those other places.
I know there are onesies and twosies dirty. You're right. There are onesies and
Paris
twosies
is dirty. Paris may have cleaned up because they just hosted the Olympics, but I guarantee you
Well, you, Paul, were telling us about the Seine fiasco.
Exactly.
People
With the
swimming in
Seine
the
and
Seine.
everything.
Some woman was dumping trash, and you were like, she's dumping like chicken parts or whatever in the Seine. Yeah,
but you failed to remember they were protesting. All that.
God.
No, that's what it was.
Oh.
They were protesting. Now the Seine River, the water itself is dirty, but I'm just saying
It's the cleanest city.
Well, I mean, there are dirty water in Japan, and Japan, Tokyo is clean, but there are dirty waters in Japan. And
Yeah,
stuff.
but it's not paraded in the middle of their city.
I know it. Huh?
For all to fall in love and talk about
you got to remember
that's Paris's beach.
Parisians love to protest, and when they protest, they go all out. Like they will protest, and they will
even trash their city and not pick up their own trash.
That's disturbing that they would do that. They did that with the trash.
Agriculture,
right?
Agriculture protests. They they blew poop on the mayor building.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like they're the ones that are very environmental.
Yeah.
But then they go to the mayor's office or building, and then they spray. And then they did the same thing to the Louis Vuitton building.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
When Parisians
like who's cleaning all that up though?
Good question. It ain't me.
I will say that I think actually where I live, which is Houston, is probably one of those dirtiest as far as air quality. We have a lot of refineries. We have a lot of things along here. So, factories and different things. So definitely there are things that could be done to make it better. And I definitely will go on record in saying that. Okay. Not to mention, Earl just sent me an article about that and saying that we were like number 4.
Yeah. No, I would.
Oh, wow. For like in the United States or in the world?
Like air. Yeah, no, United States.
Okay.
Air quality.
Well,
my dirtiest. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. Well, for me, it's Pyeongtaek in Korea because we live there.
For the dirtiest?
Yes, and sometimes it's even dirtier than Seoul, in my opinion, because sometimes it was so bad that the smog was so bad I could not see across the street.
I would agree with you.
And the air quality would be like, whatever parts per million, hundreds of parts per million, so that where you had to wear a mask, and they would cancel all outdoor school activities because they didn't want people breathing in that stuff. And thankfully, no one in my family has respiratory issues.
Yeah.
But for people that did, it was a huge problem. And so they do blame China a lot for that because of the way that the winds are going.
They should blame North Korea, not China.
They have their own, because the winds are coming from the west. Yeah. But they have their own pollution as well. And so it's a real issue of like, what is that country doing to clean up their air? Because it just smelled and it was gross.
I would have to tag in with you on that one because one of my dirtiest city happened to be Uijeongbu, which is near the DMZ area where I live.
Right. Yeah.
And it was almost like to an exact science to what you were just saying, Bennett, on nothing was cleaned up. Every morning, this was early 2000s, so every morning I woke up to rice patty burning that smelled like feces.
So gross.
And that's
because they're using that for fertilizer.
For fertilizing, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then my tied dirtiest city happened to be Baghdad, Iraq. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Why are you sorry? It was.
They had tall buildings and stuff like that, and it looked like there was a portion that could be potentially look pretty, but no thanks.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hard to. Countries that are undergoing war zones.
Yeah.
They're going to be dirty. Like
no.
Well,
I think I'm sorry. I just think that it was probably dirty before the war even started. Like you look at that city.
I guess I don't really know if it was dirty before the war.
But I'm saying
war didn't help.
No, war didn't help. Sorry.
Unfortunately.
So what about as far as the cleanest?
The cleanest?
I said what as far as the cleanest?
Oh, I thought you said cleanest. Sorry.
Wow.
Clearly everyone's in a mood today.
Yeah. So as far as the cleanest and dirtiest, why is it that is categorized as such? Just from, what you've researched, what would you say is the reasoning for such?
It has to do with pollution. The air pollution, parts per million of things that they measure in the air is definitely going to be one of the things.
For it to be dirty?
Yeah, the water. Mm-hmm. And if they don't have strong environmental policies,
that's what I was going to say.
Then that's going to be
politics and economics for me. That's the reasons why. It's all politics.
Well, I just wanted to give a basis for that because there are going to be some people that are going to be upset that we called out their city.
Well,
So
for me, just now it was my experience with the air and the trash. I did not have a scientific, political agenda behind why I chose these cities. But if you're looking at some sort of list published in a news article, then that's going to be what they're looking at.
Yeah, governmental regulations.
That's probably number
economics.
one.
Yeah, economics as far as what the city can afford to do or what it penalizes its citizens or tourists
and all this other stuff
for correction and that sort of thing. Yeah, so
I would tend to agree with that, and it's obviously a lot of this stuff. Also, you probably would agree with me that it is from our lens of what we perceive as dirty.
From a Western
percent, because they may not think that is dirty.
No, I know.
I mean,
we don't know, right? I mean, it is coming from a American Western lens, since we don't have any Europeans here. I don't know what Europeans would. But you should ask your Parisian friends what do they think of clean and dirty.
Well, there are, to Trisha's defense, there are a lot of Parisians, or not Parisians, but French people think Paris is dirty too as well. But, I don't think it's dirty. I just think it's it has class, is what I say. But, no, really, it's just because it's never been bombed for World War II time frame. And they got through all that, and they have their buildings, and that's what adds to the mystique of everything, I think. But it's through our lens, right? And then it's the same with, I go to some cities in Europe, like you guys have, and you would think that some cities in Europe are just outright dirty. But I also think it's cool. Like, I think Amsterdam is dirty as hell, but I think it's pretty. It's like a grungy...
What part of it is dirty? Like the...
Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of it.
No, I mean, but like, what are you... I don't understand. Like, is it trash everywhere?
No.
Or like what?
So when I said it's like a grungy feel to... Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
Yeah.
One of you guys? Yeah. So Amsterdam, if you remember where Amsterdam Central is, from there, it just looks, because it's an old city, it reminds me of a Seattle. It's kind of like that grungy, like spray paint. Like, it's hard to describe, but it's like grungy. Grungy is the word that comes to mind. I don't
consider that dirty.
Well, some people consider grunge dirty.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
yeah.
Well, but in a good way.
And so let me preface that. When I think of dirty, I think of trash. I think of
that's what I'm thinking of.
Things everywhere. And, there's
and
trash
for me,
everywhere.
When I think of dirty, I don't just think of trash. I just think of how it look and feel, and dirty trash adds to it. But like,
is like old dirty to you, or?
That's what I'm saying. It could be. That's what I was trying to get at with Amsterdam. Amsterdam is very old, but there's a grunge look to it, where you like. I feel like part of it, you walk through and you could just see someone be shooting up and doing drugs. And
wow. Okay.
It's dirty, but it's cool looking. It's like artist. It's like an artistic vibe to it that make it look more authentic or something
more
like
chic.
Yeah. But then I lived in Amman, Jordan.
Is that like an East Village type of grunge?
Exactly. Thank you. Like Alphabet City, East Village. That's what it looks like. Thank you for that.
Okay.
That's what I mean. And you like when I lived in Amman, Jordan, it just looked like it's just. But it wasn't ugly. It wasn't dirty.
You mean the character wasn't there, or
the
what?
character wasn't there. It was just desert, and it was just bland to me. Don't come after me, Jordanians. Well, I'm just saying.
I think. Well, I think Benef and I, like we said, we're on the same thing. We're thinking trash versus cleanliness.
No, but that's another aspect I hadn't actually thought about.
Because that's what most people do. They think of trash, physical trash on the ground. But I think of, and the same thing with New York City. Yeah, there is trash on the ground. But New York City in itself, as a whole, medium pretty
it's dirty.
San Francisco definitely has that grunge feel.
Exactly.
San Francisco definitely has
grunge. But San Francisco is pretty too as well.
Yeah, it is.
So,
to a degree.
That's why I say...
So there is levels, I guess.
Exactly. So
okay,
I rest my case.
Some of the cities that oddly enough, except for New Zealand, where you mentioned Christchurch. That's the only one that made the list for the list that we have. I mean, we have the cleanest cities as Copenhagen, Denmark.
I agree with that one.
Zurich, Switzerland, which
I agree with that too.
Kind of knew.
Yeah.
Sydney, Australia.
No.
Auckland, New Zealand, and Bratislava, Slovakia.
Bratislava?
Bratislava, excuse me, I said it wrong.
I think these ones they're all kind of focusing on air quality.
That's the cleanest air.
Yeah,
okay.
These are air qualities.
Bratislava has clean air?
Yep, top 10 clean air.
I've been there
Apparently so.
many times, and
You're
unless
like,
you go in the wintertime, they got like smokestack trains.
Well,
I don't know.
They're hauling them out somewhere, and there's somewhere that's cleaning the air. So someone said it. And then the dirtiest cities were New York City, which was on Vanessa's list, San Bernardino, California, USA. It has an overall pollution score.
Yeah, these are pollution. Air quality ones. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not dirty city; it's just pollution.
I think this particular list is
particular
pollution.
list was.
Okay. Yeah.
And then of course Reading, Pennsylvania.
Really? I went to
Why do you say of course Reading?
Yeah.
There's Newark, New Jersey is on there too.
Newark, New Jersey is on there, but that's because New York dumps their trash in New Jersey. So that makes sense.
But Reading.
No, but I've been to Reading.
I've been to Reading too.
Really?
I've been to Kutztown University for track camp every year when I was in high school.
Well, the university is going to be cleaner than the actual city itself.
The city's very Amish.
Yeah, well, you weren't paying attention.
It's very Amish. No. It's very Amish. It's very Amish in that area.
In a small area, there is an Amish community.
Okay. I used to go there every year for track camp.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Oh, wow. Okay. Reading, Kutztown. That's where I used
to
go.
So we'll have to keep, as we travel, we'll have to comment on the cleanliness of the cities that we continue to travel to.
I'm going to try to tell you this.
I could say Detroit. You said Detroit was on the list? I say Detroit.
Detroit.
Is it pronounced Detroit or Detroit?
Detroit.
I say Detroit.
Detroit, whoever.
Okay.
However.
But is it on the dirty list?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Poor Detroit.
Cleveland
should be on there too as well. Sorry.
I mean, there are plenty of U.S. cities that could be on there.
Yeah, and why is Miami on there?
Well, because Americans, I don't know that we're that concerned about keeping our spaces clean. I mean, maybe certain cities are, but as a whole, I just don't know that.
I think we're spoiled that we know somebody's going to come around and clean it.
Well, we also have so much open space that
New York City?
Well, yeah, though they are on top of each other in New York City. I'm thinking more of the west of the
No,
okay.
You're right. And
well, we'll provide a list. We'll see if we can provide a list somewhere from most polluted countries, cities.
But we're not
USA Today.
I should preface it by saying we're not deterring anyone from going to visit any of these places.
Absolutely not.
I enjoyed every living bit of those places that I visited, except for Iraq and Kuwait. But
I'm not going to say I enjoyed Pyeongtaek, but Seoul is really cool.
Seoul is cool, and there are some dirty ass places there too as well.
Oh well, yeah, for sure.
And so on. But please do go out and visit these cities.
I happen to
the best food. Out of your least favorite cities that you already just mentioned, where would you tell people to just say skip it? Okay. There's no need to go see it.
I don't know that I'll tell anybody to skip anywhere. Really.
Okay, I can.
Okay,
I can.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, what is it?
Have people skip certain cities that I like. Obviously, Kuwait. Tell them to skip it. If they don't. It's not a city that's on your list that you think is dirty, that you need to go to and spend the money to. So that's one in itself that I would say as a skip for me, or to tell other people. I have no qualms in saying, hold tight, don't use your money. You're not gonna miss anything. People do that for me sometimes. So
yeah.
I don't think I would want to deter anyone from going and experiencing anything.
Unless I felt it was dangerous, but none of the cities were dangerous. Yeah.
Well, and Kuwait could be dangerous.
If you're driving, they drive like maniacs. That was nuts.
Well, I'm just saying in general, because of the environment and the area that it's located, it could be classified as dangerous.
Yeah. Well, so we hope that you enjoy this lighthearted episode of our personal opinions about clean and dirty cities.
Come for Benef, who says New York City is dirty. Don't come for me. I'm a New Yorker. Don't be coming for me or anything.
Boy.
Oh.
That's sad.
Well, please share, comment, like, and subscribe. And of course, if you love our content and you want to support us monetarily, you can support us at buymeacoffee.com/rhythm and rome. We appreciate your support. Yes, also on our website, which is Rhythm and Rome.
Woo-hoo!